What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching at home. Oh, you guys are doing too much. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm loving this. All right. Cool. Beautiful. All right. Everybody go ahead and let's have a seat. Thank you guys for watching at home. You are watching the Griot. Appreciate you guys watching. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't to the Griot. Leave your comments of what you're seeing here. Let me know what y'all think about the Griot. And we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Today's story is going to be about Ice Cube. You know, Ice Cube has some choice words about, not choice words, not bad in a bad way, but Ice Cube has some things to say about the situation between Chris Tucker and him not being in the second Friday. Ice Cube reveals why Chris Tucker turned down $12 million to reprise his role as Smokey in the next Friday. In 1995, Chris Tucker starred alongside Ice Cube in the classic film Friday. The actor and comedian playing Smokey is one of the most widely known roles. However, he wasn't a part of the film's sequel, Next Friday, which was released 5 years after. Ice Cube has come forward to clear the air as to why Tucker didn't return to the big screen as Smokey. Following the success of the first installment of the Friday series, Tucker was asked to reprise his role, but he chose not to. With the missing comedic presence of Tucker in the next Friday, Ice Cube and his production company, Cube Visions, brought on Mike Epps to play the humorous Day-Day. During an interview with the Full Send podcast, the West Coast rap legend revealed how much Tucker passed up on, as well as his reasoning behind not being in the second installment. You'll hear 1,000 different stories, but we wanted to pay him $12 million to do the movie, and he turned it down, Ice Cube shared. He said it was for religious reasons, he continued. He didn't want to cuss, and he didn't want to smoke weed on camera. Although Ice Cube recognized Tucker's impact on Friday, he admitted that he's content with how everything ultimately worked out. But I'm glad he didn't do it because we wouldn't have Mike, he said. Mike to me is funnier. Damn, that's messed up. The turn of events worked out on both comedians' favor. While Epps in his breakout movie role Tucker starred in Rush Hour 2, which released a year after Next Friday and grossed over $300 million worldwide, according to IMDb. Integrating seems to be the core belief for Tucker. He recalled once stepping away from Hollywood despite being the highest paid actor at the time because he wanted to focus on providing humanitarian aid. Tap into Tucker's full explanation. Well, anyway. In 2023, Tucker returned to the big screen as Howard White in Ben Affleck's Air, a movie about Michael Jordan's monumental partnership with Nike. Yeah, I watched Air. I watched Air the other day. Air is a good movie. It's pretty good. I mean, it's interesting to see how that deal went down. How the guy was really trying to get Michael safe. That was based on the real guy. I think the guy passed away right before the movie was getting ready to be released. He passed away. The guy that Matt Damon played. Yeah, it's a really good movie though. Y'all need to check it out. It's called Air. But Chris Tucker's in there. Yeah. So I guess he wants to be with the white folks. I shouldn't say that. But that's why I'm feeling the Cube probably was thinking. Because I'm thinking that's probably why Cube said what he said. Ice Cube said, what did he say? Ice Cube said, Mike to me is funnier. That's messed up. That was kind of like a little joust. But you know what? I think Q felt some kind of way about that. Him turning it down Friday, the second Friday, which is pretty much the movie that made him who he is. You would think, I think Q kind of saw that as him being disloyal. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Chris Tucker really was about that life, he wouldn't be in no other movies doing anything, right? If he really was this religious guy. But if you think about it, the Rush Hour movies, he was cussing in the Rush Hour movie. He was cussing in the Rush Hour movies. And he was doing sexual stuff in the Rush Hour. You know, he was, I don't think, no, he wasn't smoking weed, but he was being ungodly. Maybe not to the extent of Smokey, but he was being ungodly, doing some ungodly things in the Rush Hour films. So I think Ice Cube probably saw that in a way where, oh, okay, you won't come on do my movie and cuss and smoke weed, but you over here doing this type of stuff in these, in the, I guess you would say in the old phase, in the old phase movies, and even though I offered you $12 million, which is probably how much he probably got paid for the first Rush Hour movie. So it's not like he got paid. I think he got that $20 million after the success of the first one. I think he was making millions, but he wasn't making, I think I think Q probably felt some kind of way about that. So I think him saying Mike to me is funnier. I think that was a little joust to Chris, you know what I'm saying? And I think in return, I think that's why Chris was like, oh, well, but he probably, because they said Chris was thinking about coming back doing another Friday. But I think after Ice Cube said that, I think Chris Tucker was like, oh, well, forget it then. I ain't gonna be in none of that stuff. You want to say that? Your boy Mike funnier? Hey, stick with your boy. You know what I'm saying? So, and anyway, there's never going to be another Friday. Friday is done because the people who own it, Ice Cube doesn't own Friday. He doesn't own the rights to it. New Line Cinema owns the rights to Friday. So he can't even buy it back from him. You know what I'm saying? He even offered to buy it back, but they won't sell it to him. You know what I'm saying? So that goes to show you how important it is to have ownership in what you do, you know what I'm saying? And have complete ownership. But anyway, what y'all think about this video, man? Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be another Friday. It's been the movie. Hell, how long ago was the last Friday? Last Friday was what? That was almost 8. That's 8. The last Friday they did with Chris, with what's his name, with Mike Epps and that broke out Cat Williams. It's funny, that movie franchise, every one that comes out breaks out a new comedian that's still here to this day. The first one broke out Chris Tucker, and he's still around, big, huge comedian. The second one brought out Mike Epps, big, huge comedian. The third one brought out Cat Williams. Come on, man. Every time he comes out with a new Friday, he makes a new star. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking this one, he probably was going to put on DC Young Fly. Even though DC Young Fly was already, you know what I'm saying, on his way. I think if DC Young Fly did like the last Friday, because the concept was supposed to be, this is one of the concepts. They was going to have, with the success of Straight Outta Compton and like the huge breakout of O'Shea, Ice Cube's son, they was going to do, it was going to be like, let's do, Craig has a son that he didn't know about, who was his real son, and then they was going to have Chris Tucker have a son that he didn't know about, which was going to be DC Young Fly, which would have been perfect because they got that, hey man, that they got that voice and that skinny, tall, linky type of animated kind of look they have. That would have been funny as hell, I think. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it ain't gonna never happen. That's why you have to own I'm learning this late in life too. You got to own what you create. That way you can do whatever you want with it. Anyway, what do y'all think about this? Leave it in the comments and subscribe to the Gree Yacht. Y'all take care.